photosynthetic protistans, consumer decomposer protistans, and protozoan protistans. Then first we did photosynthetic protistans. Then photosynthetic protistans, we did all these three, right? Remember, we did all these three. This one, dinoflagellate, chrysophytes, and euglenoids, right? We did it. So right. So we did these protistans. Then in consumer decomposer protistans, we did this one, slime mold, right? There was just only one kind of the organism. Now we are going to do protozoans protistans. So further, protista are three types: photosynthetic, which can make their own food; consumer decomposer, which are either dependent on dead and decaying organism, or dependent on or eating some small protozoa; and then protozoan protistans. In protozoan protistans, there are four kind of the protozoan protistans: flagellated, amoeboid, sporozoans, and ciliated. Right. So now we will start with the protozoan protestant. Clear? So we were here, right? So protozoa are basically unicellular eukaryotic cells, right? That we discuss in all, right? So they are basically unicellular type of unicellular animals, right? And it was first studied by the uh, Antony von Leeuwenhoek, right? Antony von Leeuwenhoek. This is the same scientist who discovered the first cell, right? The same person who discovered the first living cell. By the way, who discovered the first cell? I want to ask you, just for sake of my knowledge. Who discovered the first cell? Who's going to tell me?
Robert Hooke.
Very good. Robert Hooke was the first person who discovered the first cell, but Antony von Leeuwenhoek was the first person who discovered the first living cell, right? Then there are four kind of the protozoa, right? So again, we are dividing the protozoa into four types, right? Flagellated protozoa, those which have flagella; amoeboid protozoa, which look like amoeba, they do not have flagella; sporozoans, they look like spores; ciliated, they have the cilia for their locomotion. So let's start with the flagellated protozoa. Clear? Now, the flagellated protozoa, here, this is the example of flagellated protozoa. The protozoa which is visible on your screen, the name of this protozoa, what is the name of this protozoa? Any smart, intelligent person in the group who can tell me? This diagram belongs to no one. Okay. Actually, the example which is visible on your screen, the name of this organism is Leishmania donovani, right? Leishmania donovani. Leishmania donovani, it causes a disease. That disease is also called leishmaniosis, or the disease is called Kala Azar. Kala Azar is also known as dum-dum fever or black fever. It is also called black sickness, because the body become black. Sickness, or it is also known as dum-dum fever. And this disease is basically found in the African continent, African country. Dum-dum fever. It is very danger. Dum-dum fever. It is very dangerous disease. Even people die because of this disease, right? Leishmania donovani. And this disease, this organism, this Leishmania donovani, it is transmitted through sandfly. Transmitted through Sandfly. Remember, it is very important. Sandfly. Right. Now, this is the unicellular eukaryotic cell. You can see there is a protoplasm is divided into two parts, ectoplasm and endoplasm. The thing which you need to understand is that it have undulating membrane. So this undulating membrane is running from the anterior part. So this is the point which is called blepharoplast or basal granule. I have already told you that if any organism, either it's plant or it's animal, if it have flagella, flagella will be originated from a root-like structure that is called basal granule or blepharoplast, right? And from here, the flagella is also running, and along with the flagella, there is a undulating membrane, right? And this is the pre-flagellum. What is the function of flagellum? Just locomotion. So it keep on locomotion, means swimming, right? It help in swimming. So this organism swim in our blood with the help of this one. It reaches to the brain and causes the Kala-Azar, black sickness, or dum-dum fever. And this organism is transmitted through disease. It have a large nucleus and a small nucleolus, right? And again, the pellicle is present. I have already told you that pellicle is a type of membrane. It is stretchable membrane. A stretchable membrane, and you know that this membrane is made up of what? Protein, right? So this membrane is basically made up of protein, and pellicle is characteristic of what? Tell me. Characteristic. Come on, guys, I have already told you. Characteristic of animal cell. Means pellicle will be found only in animal cell, not in plant, fungi, or bacterial cell. Clear? So this is example of flagellated protozoa, right? Now, what is the characteristic of flagellated protozoa? Let me write it down one by one. Look, general characteristic. Right? They possess flagella for locomotion. They possess flagella for locomotion. If you have ambiguity with any of the point, you can ask. So they possess the flagella, and with the help of flagella, they move from here to there, right? The second one, they may be. So this is the parasite. They are free living. Some of them will be free living. Do not cause any disease. They may be parasite, like this one. Parasite. They may be parasite, and they may be or symbiont. Means symbiote. Means they might be living with this symbiotic relationship, right? The body is covered with flagella, pellicle, sorry. The pellicle body is covered with pellicle membrane, right? So pellicle, I have already told you, this is a stretchable membrane. Nutrition may be holozoic, saprobic, or parasitic. What is holozoic nutrition? Tell me. What is holozoic nutrition? Sidika, what is holozoic nutrition? What is saprobic and parasitic nutrition? Tell me. Any one of you. Who will explain?
Haplozoic is when organisms take in the nutrition inside their body and
Right.
then they break it
Holojo is
down.
what? Sorry. Once again, what is saprobic? Take
Haplozoic
nutrition
is
from
an organisms take in the nutrition inside them and break it down in the
inside the.
bodies.
No. They take the nutrition. Keep on. Please note down. These are the basic thing. Guys. I want to tell you one thing. If you are not clear with any term, any basic term, just ask me. Right. Don't hesitate. If you will hesitate with me, then you will not come to know with these terms and all that. Right. There will always be some doubt. Right. So keep on asking me. We have ample of time to complete our syllabus, right? Don't worry for that, but keep on asking me, right? Note down holozoic nutrition. When first let me tell you, then I will explain and you will write it down. In holozoic nutrition, look, if any organism is eating its food either as a whole or in pieces, this is called holozoic nutrition. For example, we eat bread or any food in form of pieces. We are holozoic. Snake engulf it, holozoic. Crocodile engulf it, holozoic. If any organism eating food in pieces or as a whole, we will call it holozoic nutrition. Please note it down. Holozoic nutrition. If any organism is taking food as a whole, like a snake, if any organism taking food as a whole, like a snake, or in the form of pieces, or in the form of small pieces, like humans, it is called holozoic nutrition. Next, saprobic or saprophytic nutrition. Please note it down. Fungi take saprobic or saprophytic nutrition. Please note it down. Saprobic or saprophytic nutrition. If an organism is taking food from, if organism is taking food from dead or decaying animal, dead or decaying part of plant or animal body, it is called saprobic or saprophytic nutrition. Next, parasitic. Mosquitoes suck our blood. Means if a living is dependent on another living for its nutrition, right? But it do not kill it, provided this is a condition, but it do not kill it. It is called saprobic nutrition, right? So why I am saying it do not kill it? Lion is also dependent on the deer for its nutrition, but it kills deer. Mosquito is dependent on human for its nutrition, but it do not kill. So mosquito are parasite, but what is the lion? What kind of nutrition is found in lion? Tell me, Aya. What kind of nutrition is found in lion? How you'll define? Yasir, tell me. Lion is dependent on the deer. It kills the deer and eat it. Shirika, tell me, what kind of nutrition this is? Is it? Come on, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? The lion.
Lion kills the deer and it eat it. What kind of
Oh,
nutrition is
okay.
found in
It's
lion?
a holozoic.
Exactly, holozoic. It is killing the deer and it is eating it in the form of bites. And I have already explained you. If any organism is eating another organism or its food in the form of bites or as a whole, it is holozoic nutrition. Are you getting my point or not? Haya, Shidika, Yasir, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Basil Ali, is that your name? Basil, getting it or not? So parasitic, note it down. When in parasitic nutrition, when an organism dependent on another living organism for food, when organism is dependent on another living organism for its food, but it do not kill it, but it do not kill it. It is called parasitic nutrition, right? So all these three kind of nutrition are found in flagellated protozoa. Okay. Now come to the next point. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction takes place by binary fission. Right? So asexual reproduction takes place by binary fission, and sexual reproduction and recorded only some of the form. Sexual reproduction is sexual reproduction is found in some form, in some of the. So this is the flagellated protozoa. Is it clear? Tell me, guys. Keep on telling me, is it clear or not? If you have any doubt in any point, please ask. Remember the example as well, Lesmonia donovani. This is the diagram of same organism, and it causes kala azar and black sickness and transmitted to sandfly. You have to remember all these facts which is written in this screen. Okay. Should we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So this was flagellated protozoa, and okay. So first flagellated protozoa was Lesmonia. Now come to the second. So second kind of the protozoa I have told you flagellated, then amoeboid protozoa, right? So second one is amoeboid protozoa. Amoeboid protozoa, the example of amoeboid protozoa is amoeba, amoeba, right? In amoeboid protozoa, so let's take the example of amoeboid protozoa. So oh, shit. This is the amoeboid protozoa, means example of amoeba. So amoeba, entamoeba histolytica, basically the name of this organism is entamoeba histolytica. Look, this is amoeba. Amoeba is found in the dirty water where the organic substances are found, right? So basically, uh, uh, this feed on the organic substances, and look, this is the nucleus. So it have single nucleus, right? Single nucleus is found, right? And there are food vacuoles where the food is found. Very interesting thing is that it have pseudopodia. Look, pseudopodia. They help in amoeba changes. Amoeba is able to change its shape and it make finger-like structure. They are called pseudopodia. Pseudopodia, it's a Latin word. Pseudomonia, false foot. False foot. This pseudopodia help amoeba to locomote, means to go from here to there, right? And from one point to another point. And there is a nucleus, there is a food vacuole, some crystals, and cytoplasm is also found. Again, cytoplasm is divided in two parts: ectoplasm and endoplasm. Ectoplasm have less density, endoplasm have more density. There is a contractile vacuole. We have already discussed that contractile vacuole is found only in animal cell, and the function of the contractile vacuole, it help in excretion, right? So excretion of waste water, right? Excretion of waste water. So it's excrete out the waste water, right? So that is the amoeba, right? Now, what is the characteristic of? So did you got the pseudopodia? It always changes its shape, and with the help of changing its shape, it locomote, means it move from one point to another point. It also one more important thing. That very important thing which I want to discuss with you. How does amoeba eat the food, right? Try to understand. So as I have told you that amoeba is able to changing its shape, right? Amoeba can change its shape, right? So suppose that this is food part. It's a food part. Guys, keep on interacting. When you keep on interacting, then I feel that you are uh, awakened and you are getting each and everything, and it boosts my confidence, right? So this is food particle, but this is the solid food part, right? Uh, if you're interacting, then I will think that this is the amoeba, right? It's amoeba, right? Amoeba can change its shape. What when amoeba? So this is a pseudopodia. When amoeba will see any food particle, it will change its shape, and it will convert its finger-like structure like this way, right? And with the help of these pseudopodia, it try to engulf the food particle, right? Finally, it will engulf the food particle inside its body, right? And this is the nucleus, right? This is the nucleus. So, and this is the food, right? This is the food. This is pseudopodia. They keep on changing pseudopodia, and this is food vacuole. It make a food vacuole. So vacuole. When amoeba eat food particle, right? So these are the first step. This is the first step. It saw the food particle, then engulf with the help of pseudopodia, right? And then make a food particle, pseudopodia, and engulf it. When it engulfs with the help of pseudopodia, this kind of food intake is called phagocytosis. Is it clear? Phagocytosis. When amoeba eat any food particle with the help of pseudopodia, solid food particle, this is called phagocytosis. The English meaning of phagocytosis is cell eating, right? But amoeba is found in dirty water. Sometime it eat the liquid food particle, right? And when the eating pattern will be the same, when it will eat a liquid food particle, it is called pinocytosis. Pinocytosis. The process is same. What is the pinocytosis? Pinocytosis, English meaning of pinocytosis is cell drinking. Cell drinking. When it engulfs liquid food particle like fat, liquid food particle by pseudopodia. This is called pinocytosis. Guys, tell me, did you got my point that what is the phagocytosis and pinocytosis?
Yes, sir.
Aya, is it clear? Yasir? It is very important, right? Keep on telling me, is it clear or not? Nabia, is it clear? Nabia, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Great. So phagocytosis, pinocytosis. The process is same. When amoeba eat something solid, it is called cell eating or phagocytosis. When amoebas eat something liquid, it is called pinocytosis. Right? Now, come to the third point. Third process is that, third one is that, what is the third one? Sporozoans. So, oh, sorry, just a minute. Some more characteristic of this one, phagocytosis or pinocytosis. First, let me tell you some more points for this one, phagocytosis. The rest of the point for this one, amoeboid protozoa, right? Some points are left. So the next point is that general characteristic. They develop pseudopodia, uh, for locomotion, and food engulfing. Right? The body remains covered with, means pellicle is not found. The body remains covered with plasma membrane. So body remains covered with the plasma membrane. Nutrition is, what is nutrition? What kind of nutrition is found? Nutrition is generally holozoic. They are engulfing particle, holozoic, right? Asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction takes place by binary fission, multiple fission, and spore formation. Guys, if you have doubt in any point, you can ask me, right? Sexual reproduction occurs by syngamy. Is that clear to all of you? Tell me. All of you, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yashir, Nabiha, Martin, Haya, tell me. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Then I have a question for you. Please tell me what is the syngamy? Last point. Explain last
Yes,
point
sir.
to me. What is syngamy? Who will tell me?
The place where the sexual reproduction occurs in the
How does it take place? That's what I am asking.
fusion of protoplasm between two motile and
Sorry,
two
fusion of?
protoplasms.
Okay. Right. So almost you have told me, but the rest of the people neither asked me. That's what I was checking. So please keep on asking. Syngamy, what happened? Suppose that Martin have told me something. Correct. Two cells. These are the two cells, right? These two cells get fused. They may be gametic cells. These two cells get fused. They make a zygote. Again, meiosis will take place. Meiosis means reduction division. And inside a cell, there will be a number of small amoeboid will be formed, right? And inside a cover, now this will rupture. This cover will rupture, and number of small amoeboid will come out, right? So this is a sexual reproduction. Here, this process of fusion of two cells is called syngamy. Syngamy. When two gamete or two cells fuse, this process is called syngamy. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But keep on asking me, else I will ask you. When I will have doubt, I'll ask all of you to get ready. Third one, that is third type of the protozoa. So what are the third type of the protozoa? Third type of the protozoa is sporozoite protozoa. Very easy. sporozoans, right? Sporozoans, protista, protozoa, protozoa, right? So the example of sporozoan protozoans, that is the plasmodium. Example is plasmodium vivax. What it causes? It causes a disease. Which disease? It is a responder for malaria, right? So plasmodium vivax, it causes malaria, right? And it is the category of plasmodium vivax is sporozoite protozoa, right? Now let me show you the diagram of this thing. Plasmodium, where is the plasmodium? This is the plasmodium. So this diagram belongs to plasmodium, right? Uh, this is the plasmodium, and as you can see, it's a very minute, small organism, and there are some organs. There is a nucleus. Nucleus, you know, pellicle. You already know what is the pellicle. Mitochondria is present. Cytoplasm is present, right? There are some organelle, and it have apical cap. So it's a very simple kind of dog. As I have already told you, the function of this, the peculiarity of this organism is that it causes malaria, right? So it is parasite of the malaria. So all sporozoans are endoparasite. What are the endoparasite? All.
Sir, what is an
Yes.
apical cap?
Apical cap, there is a just cap at the front part. It's nothing else. It's cover, right?
Okay. So it's just to cover the top part?
Exactly. It's a just cover of top part, like lid.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So all sporozoans are endoparasite. All sporozoans. What are the endoparasite? Endoparasite mean that is they are found inside body. Look, mosquito are ectoparasite. They are found outside of our body, right? So, and what are the endoparasite? Guys, just give me 1 second, guys. So this is sporozoans protozoa, right? So all sporozoans are endoparasite. What are the endoparasite basically? Endoparasite, those which are found inside the body. Found inside the body, right? They are found inside our body, right? So ectoparasite, what are the ectoparasite? Ectoparasite are basically found outside of our body, right? Means like mosquito, they are found outside of our body, they are called ectoparasite. Endoparasite, they are found inside our body, like malaria, protozoa, like this one, amoeba and all that, right? Okay. Nutrition is parasitic. Nutrition is parasitic. Parasitic mode of nutrition, I have already told you, right? And body is covered with pellicle. Again, pellicle is found. I have already told you what is the pellicle, right? Pellicle, you know, that is a stretchable membrane. It's found outside of the body. And contractile vacuole, absent. Uh, absent. So contractile vacuole are not found. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction takes place through multiple fission. Asexual reproduction takes place through multiple fission. Sexual reproduction takes place. Sexual reproduction takes place through syngamy, right? So that takes place through syngamy, right? And Plasmodium vivax, I have already told you, it increases, it spread the malaria, right? Tell me, is it clear? All points clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have actually discussed all points. So like what is the multiple fission? You know what is the syngamy? You came to know what is pellicle. You know what is endoparasite. I have already explained, right? Keep on this point on your mind, right? Now the fourth kind. So we have studied that we have started. I told you protozoan can be four types. Flagellated protozoa, those which locomote with the help of flagella. Amoeboid protozoa, which look like amoeba and they travel with the help of this one, pseudopodia. Sporozoans, they do not have any locomotion organ, right? Locomotory organ. So flagella and all that. So they are absent. So one more point we need to add on here, that locomotory organs are absent. Locomotory organ like cilia and flagella are absent. Right, they are absent. Fine. Last but not the least, the fourth one, the fourth kind of the protozoans which is found, that is called ciliated protozoans, right? Ciliated protozoans. And you know that ciliated protozoans are those protozoa will uh, swim with the help of cilia, right? Example, paramecium. Cilia, right? Cilia are small hair-like structure. They are numerous. Flagella we have already discussed multiple times. The number of the flagella can be 1 to 4, but number of cilia can be numerous, right? They can be number of the cilia are found, and what is their function? There are two functions, right? Cilia. Let me first describe what are the cilia, right? So cilia is a small hair-like structure and their number is not fixed. They may be numerous in number, numerous in number. They may be millions, billions, or thousands or lakhs, right? And they help in locomotion and food engulfment, right? They help in intake of the food. How does they help in the look? This is the cilia. So when they just do this kind of the movement with the help of clockwise or anti-clockwise movement. If they will do the clockwise movement, it will move right side. If we'll do anti-clock movement, they will do move left side, right? So that's how with the help of synchronization they move. And here you can see this is the oral groove. What is the oral groove or vestibulum? Oral groove or vestibulum is a mouth. As this is the unicellular organism, you cannot call it mouth, right? But it's a mouth-like structure. Mouth-like structure. So this mouth-like structure, it helps in engulfing of the food particle, right? And here, this is called cell mouth cytostome, right? And again, the formation of food vacuole take place like we have seen in the amoeba, right? You can see there are the most important thing. There are two nucleus, macronucleus and micronucleus, right? So this is the micronucleus is small nucleus, and macronucleus is large nucleus. It means the paramecium is binucleate, means it have two nucleus. It is binucleate. Right? So micronucleus and macronucleus. Is it legible for you people? Or should
No,
I,
sir.
is it visible? Or should I write more clearly?
Can you write a bit more clear, please?
Okay, fine, fine, fine. So keep on telling me, you know, is that legible? This the upper one, this small hair-like
Yes.
structure.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So this is it is binucleus. Means it have two nucleus. It is binucleus. Means it have two nucleus. What kind of the nucleus? Macronucleus and micronucleus. Macronucleus is meant for metabolic reactions, right? It is for its purpose is it is responsible for metabolic reactions. Micronucleus is meant for reproduction, right? So there are two kind of the nucleus, and one is responsible for running the metabolic reactions, another is responsible for reproduction. So that is a peculiarity of, and this paramecium is also known as, it is also called sleeper animalcule. You can see that this look like a sleeper, right? So that's why this is called not sleeping or sleepers. This is called sleeper animalcule. That is another name of this one, right? So what is the general characteristic of this ciliated one, right? So they develop number of cilia for locomotion. First thing. Second thing. Cilia purpose I have told you, and most of them are free living, means they are freely found. Most of them are free living organism, means they are not parasite, right? And nutrition is holozoal, but in some forms, and there are few forms, some forms it is parasitic, means those which are parasite, parasitic, right? Two nucleus I have told you, macronucleus that I have told you, macro and micronucleus we have already explained. Cilia that we have discussed, and okay, they have contractile vacuole. Look, you can see this diagram belongs to contractile vacuole, and you know what is the purpose of contractile vacuole? Quick, come on, respond fast. I have told you multiple times. Even I told in the last one. They have Martin. What is the function of contractile vacuole?
Yes, sir.
What is the function of contractile vacuole?
Contractile vacuum.
Yeah.
It provides protection.
Come on, I have already told you. Aya, what is the function of contractile vacuole? Shidika, tell me.
It gets rid of the excess water and balance.
Exactly, excretory system. I have told you over here. Contractile vacuole is absent here, and look, I have told you the function of contractile vacuole. Where? Contractile vacuole, excretion of wastewater. Remember here only. Keep it in mind. They have. That's why every time I write it down, and every time I tell you, they have contractile vacuole. That is excretion of waste water, right? So that is their asexual reproduction by binary fission. Binary fission. And sexual by means of conjugation, and sexual by means of conjugation. Is that clear? Tell me. Go through with it and tell me. And that is what protista.
Also written as, sir, asexual reproduction by binary fission and sexual by the means of
Conjugation.
Sir, what's conjugation?
Very good. Otherwise, I would have asked you, what is the conjugation? Let me tell you what is the conjugation. Let me explain it. Look, from the term itself, it conjugate means when two things fuses. That is called conjugate. That term is conjugate, right? This process is called conjugation, right? What happened in the conjugation process? Two paramecium come in the contact close with each other. One is called positive, another is called negative, right? What happened? These paramecium. So they are the paramecium. And they develop between them, they develop a bridge-like structure. They develop a bridge-like, and this is their genetic material. This is their genetic, right? And this is called conjugation bridge. Conjugation bridge. With the help of conjugation bridge, they exchange or transfer. One receive and one give, transfer genetic material. After exchanging and genetic material, they get separate. And this is called sexual reproduction. This process is called conjugation. Is that clear? This is also found in bacteria as well. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any more question?
Sir, for the sporozoans, how do they move if they don't have the locomotory organs?
How do they?
How do they move if they don't have locomotory organs?
They just have used the bloodstream like this one, like they have the locomotory organ, like paramecium have hair-like structure. So sometimes
No,
they
no,
do the
not this one. The sporozoans.
they just flow with the help of bloodstream only, because they are endoparasites. So they are found in our blood. So with the help of bloodstream, they move from one point to another point. Got it?
Okay, sir.
They do, because they do not have their own locomotory mechanism.
Okay.
Any more doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So tell one by one. So Nabia, all clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Muhammad Yashir, all clear? Because is it your first class, Yashir? Is that your first class, or you was present in the? Okay, it's not first class. Fine. So did you got all thing, everything, whatever we have covered today? Very good, very good. Okay. Haya, what's about you? All clear? That's great. One more important thing. Look, this is a very complex kind of the chapter, right? It's not that easy chapter. I know that. It's a complex chapter, and go through with it. In case if you are facing problem in any point, in any heading, any subheading, right? I am there to explain you. But what you need, until unless you will not tell me that you are not clear with this point, how I will come to know, right? Never hesitate with me. That's I'm telling for my class. At least like this is for the all classes. You need not to hesitate with your teacher, right? Because my purpose is to like make you understand anyhow, right? If you are not getting any point, if you are not unable to understand any concept, right, you must discuss with me. This is my responsibility, this is my job to make you understand. And there are a number of the way to make you understand. There are a number of the ways, right? There are a number of the explanation by which you can get this, right? But provided, never hesitate sharing any your doubt, any your question with your teacher, right? So I always say this thing to my all of my students. So look, uh, let me again discuss with you this kingdom. So I have told you this is the Protista kingdom. In Protista kingdom, we have taken, this is called mixed kingdom. Why? Because we have taken unicellular eukaryotic organism from different kingdom. From plantae, we have taken algae like diatom, chrysophytes, right? From fungi, we have taken consumer decomposer like slime mold. From Animalia, we have taken protozoa. So we have taken a unicellular organism from every kingdom, right? So after taking the organism from these three different kingdom, and we put them under single umbrella, under single kingdom, that is called Protista. That's why it is called mixed kingdom. That's why it is called mixed kingdom, right? So then there are general characteristics. Then again, types of Protista. So again, on the basis of nutrition, you can come to know. On the basis of nutrition, we have divided Protista into three categories: photosynthetic Protista, consumer decomposer Protista, and protozoan. Look, again we divided photosynthetic Protista into three categories: dinoflagellate, chrysophytes, and euglenoids. They all are like algae, right? They all are like plants. They all are capable of doing photosynthesis and making their own, right? Then consumer decomposer, we have kept them slime mold. They are like fungi and they have some characteristic of animal, right? They are uh, they are consumer because they can eat a small organism, a small unicellular organism. They are decomposer because they decompose the dead and decaying. They take nutrition from dead and decaying as well. Then the third one, protozoan protista. Basically, they all are made up of unicellular animals, right? Then we studied flagellated protozoa, amoeboid protozoa, sporozoan protozoa, and ciliated protozoa, right? So we have covered all protozoa. Still, if you have any doubt, any problem, any question, and all these protozoan, go through with your NCRT and please let me know, right? Go through with your NCRT and let me. You have next 2 or 3 minutes, right? And then ask. Then we will start with the next kingdom, that is the fungi. After fungi, everything is smooth, but till fungi, the things are complex.
Sir,
Yes.
what is the red tide effect?
What is the
Red tide effect?
red tide effect? Red tide. Red tide. Okay.
Yes.
A red tide effect is basically these red algae. So these red algae or red phytoplankton, like these chrysophytes, right, and dinoflagellate. So look, gymnodium and goniolex. These are the type of dinoflagellate. So their body is made up of red pigment, right? Means basically they appear red. So when they are found in abundant amount, so you cannot see them in the naked eye, but when they are found in abundant amount, you will find that water look like the red color. Water appears red. So you won't be able to see these organisms, but you will think that water is of red color. This is called red tide effect or red tide phenomenon.
Okay, sir.
When you see that a river have the green color, you must have seen this phenomena. If a river appears its water green, the water of river is green, it means the water do not have green color. Water is colorless. So how the river look like green? It means it have green algae in water. If the color of water is blue, it means it have blue green algae. That's how it get the blue effect. That's how it have the green effect, right? So the color of water is decided by the microorganism or basically the algae found in water. So red sea look like red, and red tide means the appearance of water color red, right? It comes from the presence of these algae.
Okay, sir.
Go through with your NCRT. You all must have your textbook with you, and then ask me. Then we will start with the fungi. Martin, go through with Vedika and Nabia, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Go through with your NCRT or your textbook and let me know if you have doubt in
Okay,
Protista.
sir.
Then we will start with the fungi. Oh. Please re-explain what is plasmodium. Okay, fine, fine, Shidika. I'll explain what is the plasmodium. Look. So out of these four kind of protozoa, flagellated protozoa, that is Lesmonia, amoeboid protozoa, example amoeba, and sporozoans protozoa. So plasmodium is a type of sporozoan. It fall under the category of sporozoans protozoa. Why? It look like a spore, right? So those protozoa which look like a spore, they are called sporozoan protozoa. So basically, Plasmodium vivax is a type of sporozoan protozoa. It's a category of sporozoan protozoa. What is its function basically? So sporozoans protozoa, this Plasmodium vivax, it spread malaria. How does it spread? Basically, this is found in the saliva of some mosquito, and the name of mosquito may be Anopheles mosquito. So it is found in the saliva of an Anopheles mosquito. When this Anopheles female mosquito it bite us, right? So when it bite us, saliva goes inside our blood, right? Along with the saliva, these goes inside our blood and they causes malaria, right? They go into our body, then they reaches to the liver, they start dividing inside our liver, and then they divide inside our RBC, red blood corpuscles, and then they spread the that malaria, and they release a special kind of the chemical. We'll study in 12th class, hemojuin, right? When this chemical is released in the blood, we feel shivering and fever-like conditions. So that is the Plasmodium vivax. So the Plasmodium vivax is an example of sporozoans protozoa because it looked like a spore, right? And this is endoparasite. So why? Because they are found inside our body. So endo means inside our body. So they all are endoparasite, sporozoans protozoa. Their nutrition, they are parasite because they are living inside a living body. So when living take nutrition from another living, this is called parasite. Body is covered with protein membrane that is called pellicle, right? Contractile vacuole, we have discussed that contractile vacuole is meant for excretion of water, bad water or excretory water, right? So, but as water is not present, they live inside our blood. So, a contractile vacuole is not needed, right? So, they do not have contractile vacuole. Asexual reproduction with a multiple fission, they pack themselves inside a membrane, then they divide, and then when the multiple spores are formed, they rupture and they make number of the organism. Sexual reproduction takes place through syngamy in some forms, right? Syngamy, that is fusion of two cells, right? Locomotion, like locomotory organ like flagella and cilia is not found in their body. So that is the uh, property of sporozoans protozoa or plasmodium. Is that clear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Any more doubt? Any one of you? Go through with it and tell me, please, if you have any doubt.
No.
Martin, no doubt. Nabia, no doubt.
No, sir.
Yasir, any doubt? Haya?
No, sir.
So the next one is the fungi, right? I'll just give you introduction, and the next class I'll start with the fungi because we do not have too much time. So fungi, like this is structure you must have seen in mushroom, but fungi is made up of small hair-like structure, right? Look. So first, look. So this is single hair-like structure, right? So this body is made up of these hair-like structure. You can call them cell, है ना? Right? So they are called hypha. Right? So this is hypha. Hypha have the multiple nucleus, right? These are the multiple nucleus. So this outer structure is made up of, this is called cell wall. So normally we have seen the cell wall in the bacteria. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. In plant, it is made up of cellulose. In algae, but their cell wall is made up of a special kind of substance that is called chitin. Don't read it chitin. It's a chitin, right? What is the component of chitin? Chitin is basically called a complex sugar. What is that? Complex sugar. Cellulose is also a complex sugar. Complex sugar, you can call it complex polysaccharide. Complex polysaccharide. Right? And there is a protoplasm that is called protoplasm only. And these are the nucleus. And this structure is called hypha. Is that clear? So one very important thing I want to discuss with you, right? When a single cell have multiple nucleus, what we call that situation? Who is going to tell me? Come on, tell me. If a single cell have number of nucleus, what we call that? There is a particular term for this situation. Xenocytic condition. This is called xenocytic condition. What is the xenocytic condition? When a single cell have multiple nucleus. This situation is called xenocytic condition, right? Xenocytic condition. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, if this is hypha, then what is the mycelia? Right? Try to understand. What is the difference between hypha and mycelia? Mycelium. Mycelium is a network of hypha, right? When number of hypha like this way, when number of hypha are found, right? Like they make a network like this one. You will call them, what you will call them? Mycelium. Is that clear? Let me write it down more clearly. when a fungi have filamentous branches or hypha, it is called mycelium. Is that clear? Xenocytic condition clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more important, right? Let me write it down here only. Hypha. Hypha, it can be uninucleate, comma, binucleate, or multinucleate. Right? It can be uninucleate, binucleate,